What's up, fellas? I'm LG Female Fan Steve Alicious here with a real quick one today. We're going to do some news, some LG news, which I think is quite interesting given the phones that we cover on the channel. But before we start, I want to send a thank you out there to the 2,200 subscribers. If you're loving the tech news, the tech reviews, the tech previews, whatever, anything with views at the end, go ahead and give that subscribe button a tussle. It certainly means a lot to me. So the LG Rollable that was announced a couple of days ago, GSM Arena has it. The picture that I'll show you right now is from GSM Arena, but you can see it's an interesting take on a foldable device. And LG has had some interesting takes this year, solving with some lo-fi solutions problems and utility that people have been getting from bigger phones. So the Samsung Fold, instead of that, they had something like the LG Wing, which instead of being $2,000 comes in at $1,000, and you get a little bit of screen real estate, a little bit more utility out of the device by flipping the screen and using that secondary display. So this is an extension of that. And when I think about LG this year, and you could think about the V60 as well, the LG Velvet, some of the practical solutions that they've taken with these devices, it reminds me of the space race, because the United States spent a ton of money designing a pen that would work in zero gravity. That way the ink would flow down and the astronauts would be able to write on paper. The Russians just took a pencil. So that really, to me, is what LG is doing this year. You have Samsung, you have Apple, you have everybody coming out with these real fancy solutions. Samsung spending a ton on the Fold 2 device and coming out with this nice fancy device. And LG is like, you know what? We'll just do it where you flip the screen. And we're going to talk about the Rollable here. Now, you can see from the picture, it's essentially just a slab phone that when you need the extra real estate, you pull it out. So you got this here, just your regular phone. When you need the extra real estate, you slide out the sides. They're on a rail. And the rolling technology that they have for the display, they have it in televisions. They have OLED rolling televisions. So they basically miniaturized it, put it on a screen. So instead of folding in the middle, you're just rolling it up on the sides when you need it. And I think it solves an interesting problem that Samsung was probably going to struggle with for the Fold 3. When you think about it, what would you really like on the Fold 2? Listen, love the device. I think it's fantastic. It's a phenomenal device. No complaints about it. But one of the things that you would like if you had a pie-in-the-sky wish list is that the front screen were a little bit bigger so you could do some other tasks. But as we've seen with the Microsoft Surface Duo, if you do that, the only other option really is to make it squatter, to maybe go to a 4:3 aspect ratio, which I don't think is that ideal, because you want to kind of keep this 25 or at least 21:9 aspect ratio, because you got to fold the thing, right? So as much as you'd like a little extra space on the outside when you fold it, that just means a bigger device when it's open. And to me, this is the perfect size. You can hold it in your palm. It's nice to hold. It's balanced well. So you're getting everything you need size-wise from the Fold 2 as is. So if you were to mess with the external screen, it just makes the thing that much bigger. But with a rollable device, LG will be able to get around this. So you can have a regular slab on the outside. It's the same kind of feature set and the same appeal as the LG Wing, right? When you need it for aspect ratios, for apps to work properly, you can have just a regular slab device on the front. And when you have stuff that needs extra screen real estate or apps to take advantage of it, you can flip it up and have the secondary display on the bottom. Same idea here. You can keep your aspect ratios. All the apps will work just fine. When you need it for texting, phone calls, whatever, you could use just your regular slab display. But like you do with the Fold, when you're going inside, when you want the full screen content on Twitter, on Facebook, a website, whatever it is, when you want to scroll, you want maps, whatever you need that bigger display for, it's only there when you need it. You go ahead and you pull out, you slide it out, and then you got that nice, big, open, wide kind of phablet experience that you get with the Fold 2 when it's open. It's a great practical solution. It's going to be interesting. If they put a Snapdragon 765G in that thing and they charge $1,000, $1,100 as opposed to $2,000, might have yourself a winner. It's interesting for sure. I saw that and I was like, geez, I want to at least talk about that one for a few minutes, because when you think about things, like I said, the Fold 2 is a great device. No one's complaining about the thing. But if you had this wish list, if you could get everything that you wanted and not have to compromise anything, what were things that you'd ask for? And to me, still, even though this is perfectly nice, the outer display is functional. You could use it for stuff. You could type, no problem. But if I had everything, have my cake and eat it too, I would want a slightly bigger external display to kind of get it to more of that regular slab experience when I don't need the extra display size. And then when I do, I could just fold it open. So this could be, depending on price, depending on availability, depending on the durability of the way those screens roll on either side, this could be an excellent compromise solution. And LG would fit exactly in with what they've been doing the past year. The V60, you might not like the fact that it didn't have all the bells and whistles of some of those other flagship phones, but you know what? It was a great phone at a great price. You could get the secondary display, and it had a lot of great tech in there. 865, the RAM, the nicest, everything in there. The same thing for the Velvet. You could be set at that cheaper price point. Then you talk about the Wing, and now you talk about the foldable. That'll be an impressive lineup going forward if they can maintain practical phones that give you the solutions that you want and the solutions that these more expensive phones give you, but at a price point that might be a little bit more digestible. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If a foldable like that, or a rollable, the LG Rollable or the LG Slide, they don't know what they're going to name it just yet, came in at a price tag of $1,000, are you more likely to buy it than you would a Fold 2 or something like that? Would you perhaps then consider it if it's coming in at the same price point as your Note devices, as the Samsung S21, as one of the iPhones? Would that make it something that would get you to pull the trigger and go ahead and buy a foldable, or at least take a chance on one? Is that just enough? Getting it close enough if you take away that barrier of price to get you to take a chance on it? Until next time, have that Steve-alicious day.